Hey guys, Pen Ninja here. I'm just trying to put some words behind what's happening with Seth's sort of new cross-up rules. So what we used to do is place the orb behind the opponent, change sides so we're on the same side as the orb. Obviously it does not work anymore. What it used to be was just a case of, hey, where is the orb when it hits and where is Seth when it hits? And you can hold away from either one of those. Not the case anymore. So what it actually is the game is keeping track of which side Seth is when he places the orb. So when he places the orb here, he's on the right hand side. I can always, 100% always, block by holding left if he's on the right hand side when he places the orb. It's important to note that it doesn't actually keep track of which side the orb is on when he places the orb. I think that's the right one. Yeah. So the orb here is on the left hand side when it gets placed. Doesn't mean I can hold right to block this orb, because if I change sides, I'm holding right now, I'll get hit. So what you're actually looking to do as a setup is set the orb on one side, move Seth to the other side, and then move him back. If you do that, obviously a little bit quicker, becomes sort of a real mix-up. There's another thing in place here, is the game is actually keeping track of which side Seth is on and the orb is on when the orb fires. So I can hold away from either one of those directions. So in this recording here, I'm going to place the orb super far back and do that old setup, or the setup I showed before, where you change sides and then change sides back. But this time I will be able to hold right to block this, even though Seth moves to the other side. The reason is Seth moved to the other side, moved back over to the right after the orb had fired. So when the orb fires here, the game looks at it and says, hey, look, Seth is on the left-hand side. You can hold right to block this. The orb is on the right-hand side. You can hold left to block this. So it's a little bit weird like that. So you're just trying to set up the orb on the same side that Seth is on. Move back, and then change back over. Weirdly enough, this is it's actually different to force function orb. Force function orb, I'll show you some examples here. Obviously holding away from Seth, very easy. But I can't actually hold away from the orb. So if I hold right here, I'm going to get hit. So what it looks like in this case is, I guess it's keeping track of which direction Seth is on when he places the orb. Actually a little bit different. The game keeps track of which direction Seth is facing when he places this orb. So even though I'm going to place the orb here over on the left-hand side, think, hey, I can always block this by holding to the right. Actually not the case here. If I hold right, I'm going to get hit. The game is keeping track of which way he's facing. So he's always facing left when he places this orb. I can block this by holding to the right. It's weird. All right, I really want to play this game, so enough of this. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer them. Thanks a bunch.